Yo, 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 yo. I'm glad you made it. Today is going to be cool because we're going over vocal processing. I've been doing a lot of vocal processing lately, basically making all kinds of different songs, different genres. I want to show you guys some tips and tricks to make your vocals stand out and sound clean and loud and awesome. This is the song right here. This is the vocal that we're working on. Check it out. Cool. So this vocal really is being used for like just effect as an instrument. It's not really saying a phrase or anything. It's not an a cappella. And I want you guys just to get used to using vocals in different ways like this and using it as an instrument because it really is the best instrument. Sounds amazing, especially when you layer it with all your other chords. So this song is in F sharp minor. That's the scale we're going to be using. So with this vocal, I brought it in and it says that it's in B minor. So we first pitched it down to -5. And now it's playing in F sharp minor. So we tune it and we put it in key right away. It's in complex warp mode. Very important. Staying complex, correct pitching. After I do that, I turn it down just a tad. Then we go ahead and add some post-processing. So this is with the post-processing. I have a filter going as well. This is being automated. So it's opening up over time. We can turn these off right now and I'll show you what I did. So this is regular. We went ahead and added this rack. This is a compressor rack with 3 multi-band compressors. This first one is in the middle. This first one you see is all the way to the left. It's all the way to the right. -10 decibels. So we're blending in the same signal, different compressed signals as well. And then also these wide chains have a Haas effect so that they're wide as well. So just a lot of cool stereo width going on with compressors. Easy Dripment Vox comp. You can make this or I'll be putting this in the description for free. Next one is this Dripment Vox rack, which is just going to be a de-esser. This removes sibilance. So every time you say the S or any harsh S's come out, this brings it down so it sounds clean. That's important. We added another Vox comp right here. Just clean compression. Keep in mind the Vox comp does have a limiter just to basically monitor everything and boost if necessary. We also have this just to monitor how wide the signal is. You can see here. Pretty wide, looking good. Over here, with good levels, it's not hitting 0. The limiter is not being activated. Next is this Dripment verb, this quick verb. So we got a saturator, saturating the main signal, 4 decibels, making it a little bit louder and saturated. Then we blend in a 80% wet reverb. This is in serial. 370 milliseconds in halls, and this is going to be -13 decibels, so we're just barely bringing in the volume here, but we're adding a little bit of verb. Each time we add these parallel processing chains, it's going to be adding gain, adding volume, and making the vocals sound clean as well. That's always good. We have an EQ8 cutting the lows, doing a little bit of dip here at 417 hertz. This Fletcher-Munson curve just removes any harsh frequencies. When you move this scale, it'll remove them. That's very helpful. Delay automation, filter automation, different plugins that we can use to automate. They're not being used right now. The only thing we are automating is this little Alter Boy. We're automating the on and off, and when it turns on, it goes down in pitch and it goes down in format. This makes the vocal sound different in this section. Low pitch, dark. Bring it back down. So I'll use this little Alter Boy and basically automate the on and off so that it's being affected in other sections and not being affected in others, so that we can add like cool, dark, low-pitched vocals in some areas, or just mess with the formants because it makes the vocals sound really cool. And then lastly, of course, this filter was just automating. So that's cool. Really nice, easy, clean vocals. EQ8's also doing a low cut over here before the little Ultra Boy. That's the main vocal chain on this song. Let's check out the next song. Awesome. So this is one of my favorite songs right here. And we're using this vocal in a really creative way. It's really standing out, becoming the star of the show. Check it out. So you see here, we're in A minor, this song. A minor. So that's what we're starting off at. That's what we know. So we bring in this vocal. It's in B minor. So we know right away we got to pitch it down to A minor. That's done. It's in Complex Pro. There's a lot of different post-processing going on here. We also have multiple layers. We have a wide layer as well. Turn that off. All right, so this one. Negative 4.9 decibels. On the group, we do have an auto filter that is automating at the beginning, if you see here, similar to the last one. Bringing it up as the song starts. Turn this off for now. And you see here this little Ultra Boy is going to be doing this similar thing, turning on in this section later on in the song. We brought in this vocal, and it sounds like this. So right off the rip, it's already sounding nice, has some reverb, sounding cool. We pitched it down. Earlier it was like this. First thing we do is add this drip mic effects. This is an effect chain that I use when I add a microphone, but it worked really well on this. It has some glue compression, compressing it very slightly. You're just catching those peaks. We have a yo man. This is a chorus, adding some width, effect, 21%. This is going to be a reverb rack. The first chain is just dry. Next chain has the reverb, negative 17 decibels. So we're just barely bringing in some reverb in this section. After the reverb, we go ahead and add an auto pan. So this is making the signal move from left to right ever so slightly, adding some nice stereo width as well. Makes a good difference. Add some volume, add some more stereo width. Just makes it just stand out. This auto pan here is wiggling in certain areas. So I'm having it flutter. You see here, 132 rate, the amount we're automating up. Phases all the way down. Using this as an LFO essentially. Little Ultra Boy turns on in these sections. And then the formants go down, negative 2.5 formants. Pitch stays the same though, but changing the formants makes a nice difference. They sound really cool. And then we just add the more high-end multi-band compressor, just to add some nice gain and volume, clean compression on all bands. 30%. Very simple, easy, clean signal there. Then just wanted to add a wide layer. Over here, we have the same exact chain, but with this EQ8, do mid-side EQ. You see here the mids are turned all the way down. We just grab them all the way down. The sides, we do a nice dip here at 300, a nice boost here at 4.6 thousand. Then we have this cool chorus ensemble to add cool stereo width. So really it's just a wide signal that blends in with the signal. Negative 16, negative 4. Just blend everything in with the song. song's coming soon. Sneak peek. Some extra vocal processing. Bring the vocals back in. Nice. Okay, next song. This is also one of my favorite songs here. Lots of vibes, and I do a lot of cool vocal tricks and techniques. So let's check it out. Let's just see here. The vocals are being used in many different ways. But first, you got to know this song's in E minor. So with this one, we don't do as much pitching down. We actually just choose the vocal that's already in key. This is already in E minor. These work really well. You type in phrase or ad lib or one shot or Vox one shot. You can find all kinds of different vocals. With these, this is just like a random word. Right? It's one of the best words. It's love. It's just being sung. And since it's in E minor, it works with all the chords that are being played already. That's cool. You just have to choose exactly where to start it. We add the Dripment mic effects here, right? Same glue compressor, Yeoman, auto pan, reverb. By the way, these all will be in my Patreon if you want all the racks. There will be one free rack in the description. Check out the Patreon if you want all these racks here. Now, basically, this is going to have this auto pan, but it's not going to be used. This little Ultra Boy is going to be on this whole time. And the formants, you see here, are going to be automated now. So in this section, we have the formants staying high. This section, we have them going low. So it's like changing the pitch, and it sounds really awesome, but it stays in key. Sounds really nice. See, automating different sections. Just to add some different movement, different variations with the vocal. We have the more high-end compressor on here, adding some nice gain, making it loud. This EQ8, we're taking out the highs, taking out the lows, and only letting the mids come through. Nice mid pass. Without it, it's a big difference. I wanted this vocal to be contained in the mix, right? I wanted the other sounds kind of to be front and center and these kind of be like in the background. So we use this EQ to achieve that. Next, we add this delay in quarter note. Lots of feedback, a little bit of dry and wet, 28%. This is letting it have a nice tail at the end. Without. With. Delay, amazing. EQ8, cutting the lows, doing a nice dip right here because it's very loud, so we just want to turn it down in this section. And then, of course, an auto filter, filtering throughout, right? So it's closing, then opening, closing. This is adding movement while the vocal's playing. Lots of cool tricks and techniques that you can use to have one word move, one word do many different things. In this breakdown section, we pitch the vocal down -12, bring it down an octave. Now we have a nice new vocal, and I chop it up at the end too. So this is during the build-up. See, I let the vocal, I'm using it as a pre-drop, and I'm using it as this. I have two different vocals. We got the love, and then we have Dimitri, which is actually saying a phrase. That's how I thought of it. I wanted to have like a cool instrument vocal play, and then a vocal actually saying something that means something. On this vocal, we have the drip mic effects, more high end, same EQ, same delay. Very similar post-processing, making it loud, wide, and just prominent. And you see with this vocal, I'll pitch it down, -12, pitch it down an octave to have different variations. This is the most faded vocal here, so this one is really in the background. I really let this one just fade out with this filter. We're removing a lot of the frequencies and only letting these play. Little Ultra Boy is doing some work with the formants. Auto filter, not doing much right here. This is all the way to the right, turn down -11, just so that it could be in the background. And the drop. Barely hear it. You can feel it. Little tips and tricks, stuff like that will get you guys to the next level. I hope you like this. My name is Dripment. This is vocal processing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.